The following is a summary report of James IV, and Jonathan Howard as they spent time at Susanna Holmes Orphanage and the Right Steps Christian School in Nigeria for 6 weeks in the summer of 2014. We left Atlanta on June the 10th with two main goals. First, to continue the Entrepreneurship God's Way program from 2012, and second, to offer a world-class education program in a Christian setting. Both of these goals having the purpose of making a difference in the hearts and minds of the children of Susanna Holmes and Right Steps so that they could make a difference in southeast Nigeria, and over time, being able to fill all levels of Nigerian life with godly educated, morally upright, hardworking Christians. There were other projects to be done as well, in keeping with our purpose. Jonathan ran with the interlocking paver concept. We took 2 metal forms and plates for tamps. Jonathan guided a group of boys in making over 130 pavers per afternoon once they were out of school. When the pavers had cured sufficiently, we were able to make a demonstration walkway along the side of Auntie Cheese House. We left the molds, the tamps, the mix ratio, and the costing notes so that they'd be able to be used in the future. James took charge of designing and fabricating a new stove for the kitchen. The kitchen, where the meals are made for the orphanage, is a walled area with a 50-gallon cast-iron pot used over an open fire. Much of the heat was lost and the smoke was terrible. James' metal stove allowed the pot to be held above the fire and vented all the smoke outside after it went through smoker trays, where pork or fish could be preserved. James's work was probably the most appreciated project completed. James also installed 3 solar panel night lights for the nursery. Now, nighttime feedings and changes can be done in safety. We started the Entrepreneurship God's Way class with a lesson about the value of honest work as it comes from God. Each class was divided into companies of 4 to 5 students. They signed contracts to work hard, pay back their loan, complete their order, and follow the pattern for their project. The 8th graders made 6 concrete planters. The 10th graders made 4 tables, and the 11th graders made 4 benches to go with the tables. We wrapped up with a lesson using our work as a parable for Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Do not be conformed any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. After selling the projects and paying back the loan, they were able to use their profits to purchase items from candy to Frisbee to flashlights. We left the molds, the mix ratios, and the costing notes for continued use. To create the online education computer lab, we took 1 server computer, 15 Chromebooks, a router, a flexible solar panel, and we had 4 large batteries and an inverter purchased locally. Using Khan Academy Lite and some software that I had written, the classes were able to have a 1-hour class in math, an hour class in science every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and a 1-hour computer science classes on Tuesday and Thursday. We left over 2,500 educational videos in math, science, history, art, and biblical studies. I gave 2 workshops for the teachers, including the parable of the talents as to their duty to use the lab in multiplying their godly educated students. They were also very excited about the prospects and gave me a list of topics to download more videos and to send back on a memory stick for future classes' use. I was able to teach several lessons and to preach several times as well. The In Christ series was especially well received. Afterwards, 2 of the young ladies were baptized. One was Chi's youngest daughter, Hannah. We had the opportunity to visit several area congregations, including a 4-hour journey to see Edu Okori, who leads another work supported by Buford. His work is in a state on the border with Cameroon. Edu has established several congregations in the area. We worshiped with the Garage Church. Obviously, they don't still meet in a garage. The Nigerian Christian Academy facilities were also most impressive. I want to thank the Buford elders and congregation for their support. I want to thank James and Jonathan for their hard work, and I pray that God can be glorified as these young people become the hard-working, well-educated Christians shaping the future of Nigeria. In conclusion, let's listen to a few answers to the question, what did you learn today?
My name is Ephraim Kalu. From today's lesson, I learned something extraordinary about the class. I learned that reflection of waves don't just happen as we all think, but it happens in a process. They all have process as they happen, and that concave lens are curved inwards. And the lesson was interesting. It was nice. It was sharper than the one we learned in the class. It was improved.
Hello, my name is Kwasi Atta. In Khan Academic, I think I learned something new. I think I learned something new was probability, an independent probability and dependent probability event. Dependent probability event is when when an occurrence does not depend on the other one in order to function. But a dependent one is one that it cannot occur at the same time. But mutually events can't occur at the same time. It's either the other one occur and the other one stay back, while the other one occur and the other one stay back. Thank you.
My name is Precious Carlo, and I'm a student of Restep Christian School. What I learned from Khan Academy is that in chemistry, in atom, I learned that when you cut, maybe it's an uncuttable things. Let's say, for example, like the video we watched, we were showed about an apple that it was cut and cut into pieces until there was only a small particle that was remaining. So what I learned from the atom is that it's a smaller unit or a particle or substance that cannot be divided when in a smaller unit.
Thank you for your help in lighting the spark for learning, working, and living for the Lord.